guys, welcome back. Today, before I get into my plans for 2012, I want to start off with a bit of sad news. In Cheyenne, Wyoming, a few days ago, a 13-year-old boy by the name of Alexander Fry was found dead on or near UP property. His death is reportedly being ruled a suicide, and it was on some of the model train forums that this young 13-year-old boy may have taken his life because of bullying that was going on just because he was a rail fan. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel that as rail fans, as model railroaders in general, we should be a big family, support each other. So I just want you to know, especially my younger viewers out there, that if you're feeling any pressure from people in school, you can feel free to email me. I'll shoot you my cell phone number. You can call and talk to me. It's something you shouldn't let get to you. I mean, I'm 29 years old and I go to work every day, and a few people at my work I let know that I do this hobby. But I get jokes all the time about it. I get joked on. I can handle that as a 29-year-old man. It's a little easier for me. But for you guys, in a high school setting or a junior high school or elementary setting, it can be hard. Unfortunately, rail fanning and model railroading isn't what it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, it was mainstream. Everybody did it, and now not everybody does it. Not everybody understands, how cool it is to go out there and see some of the things we see and model some of the things we model. So if you have any questions or you just feel like talking, you send me an email through YouTube and I'll shoot you my cell phone number. But don't let these pressures build to a point to where you're thinking about hurting yourself or others. It's not worth it. These kids, most of them are going to grow up and you're going to get the last laugh anyway, because you're going to end up being successful and they're going to end up still stuck in their ways. So don't let it bother you. As model railroaders, we should be happy for each other. We should take care of each other. We should be happy for each other's accomplishments and successes in life, which is my next point. A couple model railroaders on YouTube have had a lot of successes in 2011. One of those is NS Modeler 24. He got his picture put in Model Railroader, which is kind of the epitome of model railroading. And a lot of men I know are 4 or 5 times his age that haven't been able to do that. So congratulations to NS Modeler 24, and we should be happy for him. And I see people that get upset because people have a lot of trains or a nice layout like NS Modeler 24's layout. Be happy for people like that. There's always going to be somebody with more than you. There's always going to be somebody with less than you. Good example is, I've got 75 locomotives. I just put that on my page. I got a couple emails saying that was kind of braggy. Well, guess what? My cousin's got over 200 locomotives. And only reason I know that is because I asked him, because I'm happy for him. And he's happy to share his hobby. If he didn't, I wouldn't be here talking to you today, because he would have never shared it with me, and I would have never started this. My cousin's the reason I started this hobby. So we should be happy for each other's accomplishments, because let's face it, times may not always be good. A tornado or a flood or a bad winter storm that busts a pipe can go wipe out everything here behind me right now, and I could be back to zero just like that. I could lose my job. Anybody could lose their job. So when people are having good times, be happy for them. Even if you're that guy with 1 locomotive, the guy with 75 locomotives, the guy with 225 locomotives, the guy with a huge layout or a small layout, be happy for each other. Because if you don't, you're just going to be disgruntled and that hate's going to build up. So with that said, I want to go over what my plans are for 2012. You may have noticed in my last video that I told you I want to expand roads. I've already got BNSF, UP, Norfolk Southern. I wanted to add Kansas City Southern and CSX to my layout. So I've done that. I've kind of met my 2012 goals early, mostly because of Christmas. So I've got lots of locomotives coming, and I actually increased my locomotive fleet by 10 locomotives in the last month, and a lot of that is over Christmas and my wife being overly generous on what I can spend for Christmas, or what she gets me for Christmas. So I'm getting 2 Amtrak P42s that will actually be here tomorrow, number 1 and number 67. Those are the recent releases from Walters and Athearn. 3 Amtrak P42 Heritages, which I already showed you, that are here. I've also got two MTH SD70 Aces coming in. One's CSX and one is Kansas City Southern. Both have DCC and sound. Two AC 4400s, one CSX, one Kansas City Southern, a 9-44CW which is UP, and a 9-44CW which is C&W. So it's actually 11 locomotives. And I got a bunch of rolling stock, and I'll show you that now. Got these center flow hoppers from Atlas. Those are new releases. We'll be doing a review on these later on. So I got two of those. This I got from a hobby shop in western Nebraska. It's a special run of the Kansas City Southern hoppers. So I got some of those to run along with my Kansas City Southern fleet locomotives. Another recent release from Exactrail is the boxcar here, the plug door boxcar. It's a TTX rail box. We'll be doing a review on that. I've got a UP with a CMO road marking center flow hopper here. Got an Atlas Kansas City Southern coil car to go with my Kansas City Southern stuff, so I can start building up a fleet so KCS locomotives have something to pull. My tripod for my camera fell and broke my Bachmann Napa Valley Wine Train dome, full dome car. So this is a replacement for that. There's a Kansas City Southern AC 4400 I was telling you about. Kansas City Southern MTH SD70 Ace, DCC and sound. You've already seen the three Amtrak locomotives. There's one Heritage, another Heritage unit, and another Heritage unit. I went over those in my last video. Here's a C&W locomotive 8646. Now the story behind that is the 8646 is one of the two units that is not patched by UP. The other one's 8701 and I already have that one, so this one completes that. And the 9-44CW with the UP flag, that's a recent addition too. You don't see those around too much, especially with the 9000 cab numbers. So the other locomotives, let's see, I've got 4 coming in the mail tomorrow, so you'll see some videos of that. And that's my plan for 2012. That's already pretty much done, so I'm going to start working more on rolling stock, auto racks, things like that. But keep in mind, guys, don't let those bullies get to you. Don't let haters get to you. Any way you take it, I'm an ear that's willing to listen to your problems if you need it. We're a big community here. We should be taking care of each other. Thanks for watching. My condolences to the family of Alexander Fry. Our prayers, my prayers and my family's prayers are with you as you go through this rough time. I can't imagine losing a son, and I just got a son 4 months ago. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.